Hello everyone. This video will be my recap and reaction to Blue Archive's latest event story, Alabaster Calling Card, Mansion Masquerade, and the Essence of Beauty. So let's not waste any more time and get straight to it. The story starts off with Sensei and Toki having a conversation. Toki talks about even though she's an official CNC member, she has yet to go on her first mission with them and believes it because she isn't needed, which is causing her to feel anxious. Sensei, trying to relieve some of her stress, asks Toki for her help. At first, Toki doesn't believe Sensei, thinking that they're only pretending to have a request because they feel sorry for her. Sensei reassures Toki that they do have a legitimate request and that they need maid outfits for the game development department. We are then sent into a flashback of a flashback where we learn while at an arcade, Momoi was mistaken for someone known as the Little Menace. But the Little Menace is actually Neru. Which, quick side note, the only reason this happens is because no one mentions any physical traits about Neru, like her maid outfit that she always wears, her cool as hell jacket that she always wears, her cowlick that's probably the biggest in Kibitos, but no one mentions any of that. All they mention is that she's a sore loser and she's like spamming sumo headbutt every game or whatever. Back on track. Because of the mistaken identity, someone by the name of Meitaru offers a job to Momoi, and she accepts, thinking it's only a cleaning job. After realizing that she was mistaken for Neru, Momoi asks Sensei and the other game dev members for help. They all react as you would imagine. Yuzu is nervous, Midori is annoyed, Eris is happy, and Sensei is flustered but supportive. After Sensei explains the situation to Toki, she decides to lend them some maid outfits. We then get to see all the girls in their maid outfits. Very cute, very wholesome. They then arrive to the location of the job, which is Meitaru's mansion. They're able to fool him into believing that they're actually CNC. Eris has a cool scene where she like mimics Karen and shows off her power. Yuzu shows off her stealth, doing her best snake impression. Meitaru, for whatever reason, just deems Midori to be the strategist of the group and believes Momoi lives up to her reputation of being the Little Menace. After all that, Meitaru explains the job in further detail, saying that he does have security, but he needs extra security to help with keeping his artwork safe from someone known as the Benevolent Thief. This is where we learn the Benevolent Thief is one of the 7 prisoners, just like Wakamo. Meitaru shows the girls the calling card that the thief left, and they try their best to decipher the riddle, but Yuzu is only able to make out what time the thief will strike before she's cut off by Meitaru, saying that the thief's goal will be a painting that will be up for auction in 3 days. Midori is a bit suspicious of Meitaru because he's very confident that they only need to protect one painting and nothing else in the mansion, and he doesn't even want them to bother trying to solve the rest of the riddle. So, you know, a little suspicious. After being told everything and how much they'd be compensated afterwards, Sensei and the girls regroup to talk privately and discuss if they should bail out now and suffer the consequences. They're worried that they won't be able to handle the Benevolent Thief, since she is a very infamous criminal. On the other hand, they're also very scared of what will happen when Neru finds out they've been pretending to be CNC. But with some encouragement from Sensei, and Sensei also reminding them that their job isn't to fight the Benevolent Thief or even catch her, all they have to do is protect the artwork. And with that information in mind, they decide to continue doing the job. The next day in the afternoon, the girls are having a lot of trouble pretending to be maids because of the amount of guests that have arrived, until they bump into Toki in her bunny outfit. Toki explains that Neru learned about the Benevolent Thief's plans to steal from the mansion, so she gave 2 missions to Toki. 1 to stop the thief, and 2 to be on the lookout for something called the Clock King's Crown. I have to say that a bit slow so people don't mishear me. While everyone is talking, the lights go out, and the Benevolent Thief makes her appearance. The game dev girls are able to put up a decent fight, but the thief is able to escape them from capturing her. Meitaru shows up with his security guards, and they open fire immediately, and because of that, Midori ends up getting hit. But then, the Benevolent Thief saves her and then vanishes, leaving everyone a bit confused about the situation. The next day, while Momoi and Sensei are talking, the lights go out again, but instead of appearing in front of everyone, the Benevolent Thief has a secret conversation with Sensei, where she warns them that they are being used and don't know the full scope of what's actually going on in the mansion. Sensei gets everyone together, and after deciphering more of the riddle from the calling card, they're able to find a hidden passageway that leads to a secret auction room where Meitaro is selling stolen illegal items. Meitaro, being caught red-handed, decides to unleash all of his security against the girls. However, before they get overwhelmed, the Benevolent Thief comes to their aid and helps them escape. When they make it to a safe spot where they can talk, Sensei proposes an alliance to bring down Meitaro. But the girls are very hesitant to team up with the Benevolent Thief, especially Toki. Toki is willing to do the mission by herself while letting Sensei and the game dev girls leave, but they refuse that option immediately, not wanting to let Toki do it all by herself. Once the Benevolent Thief explains that her main goal is the Clock King's crown and what she plans to do with it once she's obtained it, Toki agrees to the alliance, and so does everyone else. They're able to storm into the mansion after using fireworks as a diversion. They easily defeat the guards and snatch the crown from Meitaro, but while he's escaping, the Benevolent Thief decides to betray the alliance, steals the crown from Yuzu, and tries to make her get away. Toki and the others are able to stop her, and they get the crown back, but she still manages to escape them. Before she leaves though, she wants to have another secret conversation with Sensei. She ends up telling Sensei that because of her way of thinking, it's caused her to be alone because no one else understands her, and she believes Sensei will be just like everyone else and won't be able to understand her, but Sensei is able to assure her that because she is their student, no matter how others may view her, Sensei will always try to understand and help her, because that is their job as a teacher. After hearing Sensei's convincing words, the Benevolent Thief reveals her real name to Sensei, and her real name is actually Kiyosumi Akira. She tells Sensei that they're sure to meet again and leaves. The next scene shows Meitaro, who is still running away until he runs into Neru. She and the rest of the CC members have just arrived at the mansion. With everything settled, the game dev girls meet with CNC. And even though Neru hasn't said anything at all, Momoe and the other girls are constantly apologizing and asking for forgiveness for pretending to be CNC. But all Neru tells them is that they did a good job, and she was never mad to begin with. The story ends with Sensei reflecting on the fact that the game development girls have been through a lot of hardship, especially if you've read the main story, so it's nice to see them having fun and smiling. And that concludes the recap of the Alabaster calling card. Personally, I enjoyed it. Toki's always great. There's a lot of cute and wholesome moments, and some funny ones too. And I like Akira / the Benevolent Thief. I really enjoyed her character. My favorite part was probably Akira and Sensei having their conversation, the final one. I think it's really good. Now I highly recommend to go read it yourself if you have the time to, because I don't think my recap will do it justice how good that scene is, for me at least. Listen carefully, this is important. Part 2 is where you can find it. And I think that's it. You know, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, well, thanks for watching nonetheless, and be safe. Bye bye.